Hey, welcome back. Have you ever stopped to think about the impact a single choice can have on your entire life? Picture this: you're navigating your journey, building your dreams, and planning a bright future. Suddenly, someone comes into your life and turns everything upside down. We're not talking about something obvious or straightforward, but rather a relationship that begins like a fairy tale and gradually transforms into an emotional labyrinth. This woman, with her hypnotic charm, seems to be the answer to all your desires. She's beautiful, intelligent, knows how to compliment you, and makes you feel like the most important man in the world. But behind this facade lies something far darker, a pattern of manipulation, selfishness, and toxicity that can drain your energy focus and even your identity. In this video, we'll delve deep into the type of woman every man should avoid. We'll discuss the role of pleasure in relationships, how it can be weaponized, and most importantly, how to recognize the warning signs before it's too late. This isn't just a cautionary tale, it's a profound reflection on choices, desires, and the hidden dangers. In certain relationships, get ready because this will be an intense dive into the complexities of relationships. But before we dive in, let me ask you for a quick favor. This video reached you because someone liked it and subscribed to our channel, helping our content reach more people. Now it's your turn. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. To give this content an extra boost, leave a comment below with the word gratitude. This small gesture helps YouTube share this knowledge with more people who need it. Now let's dive in the fascination with pleasure and relationships. Pleasure is one of the pillars of human existence. We seek it in everything: our work, hobbies, food, and of course, relationships. But when it comes to emotional and physical pleasure, we enter a territory filled with potential traps. And here lies the most delicate aspect. Pleasure, when pursued without reflection, can become a deadly trap. There's a certain type of woman who deeply understands this mechanism. She knows how to tap into your most primal desires, create a sense of emotional dependency, and use pleasure as a tool of control. At first, this dynamic might feel like a dream. She makes you feel wanted, needed, and even invincible. But over time, you realize you're caught in a cycle where your happiness depends solely on her. What many fail to understand is that pleasure can be as addictive as any substance, and like with drugs, the cost can be devastating. Relationships built solely on pleasure tend to be volatile, full of emotional highs and lows. The dangerous profile we're exploring today uses these emotional peaks to keep you trapped. The dangerous female profile. Who is she? Let's get to the heart of the matter. Who is this woman and why is she so dangerous? This female profile combines traits that on their own might seem harmless, but together form a destructive formula. First, she's highly narcissistic. Her entire universe revolves around her own needs, desires, and ambitions. Initially, she might appear deeply attentive and interested in your life, but it's merely a tactic to gain your trust. Once you're emotionally invested, the focus shifts entirely to her. Another defining trait is emotional unpredictability. This type of woman lives in extremes. One day, she's affectionate, understanding, and even charming. The next, she becomes distant, cold, or even cruel. This emotional instability creates a dependency, as you constantly find yourself trying to please her just to regain moments of peace. She also often has a history of tumultuous relationships. She'll frequently speak poorly of her ex-partners, portraying herself as the victim in every situation. This is a clear sign that she avoids taking responsibility for her mistakes and is likely to repeat the same patterns in new relationships. Finally, she's a master at using pleasure as a bargaining chip. She offers moments of intense satisfaction, whether emotional or physical, as a way to manipulate and maintain control. These moments can be so intense that you overlook red flags and justify her toxic behavior. Ever wondered if one text could make a woman obsessed with you? Picture sending a message so captivating it dominates her thoughts, making her crave you, even if she's with someone else or just sees you as a friend. These secret phrases ignite an irresistible attraction, leaving her eager and desperate to be with you, but beware, only use them if you're ready for her to fall completely for you, ready to have her hooked. Click the link below to download these powerful messages and make her count the seconds until your next date. Pleasure as a weapon of manipulation. Let's dive deeper into the concept of pleasure. Why is it such an effective tool for control? Pleasure activates areas of the brain associated with reward, creating a feeling of euphoria and well-being. However, this sensation is fleeting, driving you to seek more to maintain the same intensity. This dangerous woman knows this well and uses pleasure to trap you in a vicious cycle. She alternates between moments of extreme happiness and periods of frustration and conflict. This back and forth creates a kind of chemical dependency, leaving you feeling incapable of leaving the relationship, even when it's clearly damaging you. Moreover, the pleasure she offers often comes with implicit conditions. You feel pressured to meet her demands, abandon your goals, or even change who you are to keep her satisfied. And the more you give in, the more control she takes over your life. Recognizing and avoiding this female profile. Now that we understand the danger, how can you identify this profile before getting involved? The first step is to pay attention to how she handles her own emotions. A woman who is emotionally unstable, swinging between extremes without clear reasons, is showing that she lacks the maturity for a healthy relationship. Another red flag is how she treats others. A woman who is rude, manipulative, or disrespectful to friends, family, or even strangers will eventually display the same behavior toward you. Additionally, observe how she reacts to frustrations. Someone who explodes over minor setbacks or uses silence as punishment is not someone you should build a life with. Finally, assess the impact the relationship has on your life. If you notice yourself drifting away from friends, neglecting your goals, or feeling that your peace is constantly at risk, it's time to reevaluate your choices, the philosophy behind choices. A Stoic reflection. The Stoics, ancient philosophers, taught that true happiness comes from inner peace and control over our desires. They believe that living a fulfilled life requires avoiding impulsive temptations that lead to long-term suffering in relationships. This means not being swayed by fleeting pleasures that ultimately bring pain. A wise man evaluates his choices calmly and doesn't let intense but temporary emotions dominate him. Remember, the right woman for you will bring stability, support, and mutual growth, not emotional chaos and destruction. Relationships have the power to transform our lives, for better or worse, by understanding the type of woman to avoid. You're taking a crucial step toward protecting not only your emotional health, but also your financial, social, and even physical well-being. Never underestimate the impact. A single choice can have. Recognize the warning signs, prioritize your peace, and never sacrifice your essence for fleeting pleasures you deserve. More, now it's your turn. Have you ever experienced something like this? Share your story in the comments and help others avoid the same traps. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.